Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're reviewing over The Rising of the Shield Hero, Episode 6, A New Comrade. Now, what this one was basically referring to was, I feel like, Filo? I'm not exactly sure what they meant by New Comrade, because we kind of met her yesterday. Well, last week, but it could have meant this new trade merchant we met, because he taught Naofumi a lot. We had a few really cool scenes in this. If you can tell by the thumbnail, there was an awesome looking fight. It didn't last too long, but it was very cool, and we got to see a few little bits and pieces of world building here. This was a more laid back episode, but overall it was very, very good. We got to hear about the little rumor mill going around town now that he's a part of the merchants, but without further ado guys, if you all do end up liking this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go ahead and begin.
Back from the dead.
So we start things off with a very funny little scene here, not a recap though, and the shopkeep, he goes in there in the armor shop, and he's like, you ain't gotta come here every time you get a new slave, you know that? And he's like, that's not what I'm here for. And he's like, another little girl? You must really be a lolicon. And he's like, it's not like that. And then, you know, she turns back into a bird, and you know, whatever. But we go into our intro there, and then we skip back to the title card, which is A New Comrade. But Crunchyroll put on there that it was titled A New Party Member, so I'm not sure. Then we get this scene to where we find out that Filo actually is a queen. Filios, I don't know how the hell to say it, you know what I mean though. And we got this scene, and it's like, am I cute master? Which is funny, because this was the first phrase I actually learned how to say in Japanese. I can't speak Japanese at all, but I said it to Alex as a joke, and come to find out, to get the clothes they need for her to be able to transform and keep her clothes, they have to get gemstones. Or not gemstones, they have to get fabric for the gemstone maker, that way they can have magical thread. We cut over as they're just traveling around waiting for this machine to get fixed, and they come across this guy who's really sickly looking, and he says he needs to get medicine to his mom, and Naofumi tells him, you know, give me a coin, or give me a silver. And so they take him, and he enhances the potion to where it heals the woman immediately. And then, you know, we get this cool little scene. At this point I knew this was just going to be a laid back chill episode, and I was really happy, and the whole dichotomy between Raftalia and Filo is kind of funny. But then as they're traveling, they have this merchant with him, and he pretty much tells them the rumor going around that this guy is a savior. He's using the special medicine to treat people, and they get robbed by bandits. At this point I knew, yeah, things are about to go down, and they talk about raping Raftalia pretty much. They're like, we can have a fun night with you, and she's like, Naofumi-sama, may I cut him down? Which I don't know, I can't remember if it was Benimaru who said that, but that was a hell of a fucking shout right there. And he goes, aren't you the shield hero? After they were caught, because I forgot to mention, Raftalia kicked their ass in like 2 seconds with Filo. And they tell him, they're like, aren't you the shield hero? And he's like, yeah, or no, you're just gonna say, you're gonna tell the guards or something that, you know, the shield hero beat you up. And they're like, yeah, they'll believe us over the shield hero. Because, you know, he's got that infamous past. So he pretty much tells him, he's like, alright, well, there's nothing I can do for you except for kill you. So, yeah, Filo, eat him. And then they're like, no, please, please. So he makes them buy their lives by giving them all their stuff. So he didn't rob them. He purchased their lives and then sold it back to them. I don't know. Raftalia had a cute little scene here. She's like, doesn't that make us even more criminals? And then this guy was like, nope, he's a master tradesman. He even sees life as merchandise, which was really cool. And he tells him, he's like, all right, I'll help you. I'll give you all the knowledge I have and the, you know, connections. And he teaches him how to process, you know, the metals and tools required for it, and how to craft gems and imbue them with mana. So now he's got another little specialty on his side for money, and we get the rumor mill here. Apparently Motoyasu had some special seed that he saved the village with. So that's pretty cool, but that will come back up in just a minute. Don't forget about it. Rin is apparently southeast looking for vicious monsters to slay, and it's also said that he apparently slayed a dragon. Dragon Slayer Rin. But now this one's the most interesting. Itsuki, the bow hero, his, like, rumors were apparently all over the place is what they said. And there's some that say he's up training in the mountains, which I could see that, you know, it sounds like something he would do, because he seems like the isolated one, other than Naofumi. Some said he went on into a dungeon on a quest for treasure, so he might have never came back from that. And then there was some small talks about him joining another country resistance, which I really like, and I hope that they play that one out. But he tells them, you know, the seller, you know, provided all this stuff for us, so it was good, and they go on their ways, their separate ways, and they're heading back now to get the magic thread for the clothes. And, you know, apparently this temple was notorious evil alchemist based of operations. But this is where we get this talk about this seed, because the box is open and it says, may this seed never be let loose on the world, as it can cure famine or something like that. And they were like, oh, bandits already got here. But it was Motoyasu, because he saved that village with this exact seed, and I wonder how that's going to play into things coming up. As they're walking through this cave, they get hit with these bats who can use this thing that make people hear exactly what they don't want to hear. And this really messes with Naofumi, because Raphtalia is pretty much telling him, you know, I only joined him back that way. I could be the one to stab him in the back and stuff. So he really took a hard fall with that one for the rest of the episode. After that, they walk up on this thing called a New, and after a very cool fight, it wasn't long, but they ended up defeating it. But Naofumi tells Raphtalia, he's like, don't you ever run into battle like that again. What if you get a scar? And she's like, oh, you worried? And he's like, do I make myself clear? And she's like, yeah. So that was a really cute scene there. And they get the magic thread thing, or the gem to make the magic thread. And so now this is Filo's new look. So that's pretty good. Anyway, though, guys, that was the end of the episode. I know I'm trying to rush this one. I don't have long. But without further ado, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun, feel the wind in my hair.